Every dreamer or creator knows the intense feeling of wanting something with all their heart. It might be a passion project, a desired relationship, or a specific life change. The initial stages are full of energy, enthusiasm, and drive. We fuel our desires with thoughts, emotions, and actions, almost like planting a seed in a fertile ground, watering it, and ensuring it gets enough sunlight. But herein lies the paradox. Just as a seed needs space and time to grow, our desires too require room to breathe and manifest. In the urgency of our modern lives, patience has become a rare virtue. We're habituated to instant gratification, where waiting seems like a setback. But by rushing or forcing outcomes, we often disrupt the natural flow of events. Imagine gripping a handful of sand. The tighter you grip, the more it slips away. Our dreams and desires operate similarly. When we clutch them with fear, anxiety, or impatience, we unintentionally suffocate the very essence of what we desire. Now, consider a butterfly perched on your hand. To keep it with you, you wouldn't close your fist around it. Instead, you'd let it sit freely, knowing that any attempt to confine it would harm its delicate wing. If the butterfly chooses to fly away, you admire its beauty, trusting that if it's meant to be, it might return. This trust, this act of gentle release, is the heart of surrender. But what does surrender really mean? It doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It's an active trust in the universe, a belief that there's a larger design at play, one that understands the deepest intentions of our heart. It's about recognizing that while we play a crucial role in manifesting our dreams, there's also a rhythm to the universe that we must dance to. When we align our efforts with this cosmic rhythm and let go of rigid expectations, we find that serendipity and grace often step in, guiding our desires to fruition in ways we could never have planned. In this act of surrender, we also discover profound freedom. No longer bound by the chains of anxiety or the weight of expectation, we can move with fluidity and grace. We begin to recognize that every moment, every experience is purposeful. The winds of the universe are always behind us, guiding us, even when we can't see the path ahead. Our only task is to spread our wings, trust, and allow ourselves to be carried forward. To truly understand the power of surrender, reflect on your own life. Think of a time when, after all your efforts, you finally let go, and things miraculously came together. Such moments aren't mere coincidences. They are affirmations of a universe that responds with love and abundance when we dare to trust it. Often, our perception of time is linear. We see life as a sequence of events, one after the other, driven by calendars, clocks, and schedules. We set milestones and deadlines, and when they're not met, frustration and impatience bubble to the surface. Our modern world thrives on immediacy, with technology and globalization, making it easier than ever to get what we want almost instantaneously. Yet, despite our advancements, there are certain aspects of life, especially our deepest desires, that refuse to be hurried. What we often forget is that our individual understanding of time is just a tiny fragment of the vast tapestry of universal timing. The universe, with its billions of years of existence, sees time not just in days or years, but in lifetimes, epochs, and eras. Within this grand scale, every event, every interaction, and every desire is intricately linked, forming a complex web of cause and effect, while we might eagerly await a particular event or outcome. The universe is orchestrating a myriad of events, setting the stage for our desires to manifest in the most harmonious and enriching way. Consider for a moment the concept of a jigsaw puzzle. While we might be fixated on where one piece should fit, the universe is looking at the entire picture, understanding where each piece belongs to create the perfect image. Our insistence on immediate results might actually disrupt the bigger picture that is unfolding. Instead, when we step back and trust that every piece will find its place at the right time, the image that emerges is often more beautiful than we could ever have imagined. It's also essential to recognize that our impatience often stems from fear. Fear of missing out, fear of being left behind, or fear of not having enough. Yet, the universe operates not from a place of scarcity, but abundance. There is an infinite source of possibilities, opportunities, and blessings always available to us. Our journey is not about grabbing them hurriedly, but aligning ourselves to receive them gracefully. Nature provides countless examples of the wisdom of universal timing. A fruit picked before it's ripe will never taste as sweet. The butterfly emerges from its cocoon only when it's ready to spread its wings. The moon cycles through its phases in perfect rhythm, unaffected by the desires of those who gaze upon it. Each of these teaches us a profound lesson about trust and patience. By aligning ourselves with universal timing, we're not just passive observers. We become active participants in the dance of life. This doesn't mean we sit idle. It means we act with intention, understanding, and grace. It's about recognizing the signs, listening to our intuition, and moving in harmony with the world around us. In our quest for understanding and control, we often find solace in the known. Familiar landscapes, predictable outcomes, and clear paths provide a comforting reassurance. We cling to patterns, routines, and plans because they make the vast, expansive nature of life seem more manageable. But while structure has its place, there's a vast territory beyond the horizon of our current understanding, filled with mysteries, wonders, and opportunities. This realm of the unknown beckons us, not as a challenge to be feared, but as an invitation to grow, learn, and evolve. Embracing the unknown is akin to stepping into a dense forest with no map or compass. At first, the experience can be daunting. The shadows, the unfamiliar sounds, and the unpredictability of the path ahead might make us question our decision to enter. However, it's precisely in this wilderness that the magic of life unfolds. As we journey deeper, our senses sharpen, our intuition awakens, and we begin to notice the beauty that was previously obscured by our fears. Consider the cosmos. Despite our significant advancements in science and technology, there remains an infinite expanse of the universe that is still unexplored and unknown. Every star, planet, and galaxy we've discovered only points to the limitless possibilities that await. The unknown realms of space don't negate our understanding. They enrich it. Similarly, the unknown areas of our personal lives can be vast reservoirs of potential, waiting to be tapped. When we shield ourselves from the uncertainties of life, we inadvertently close off pathways for growth, serendipity, and discovery. Every innovation, every masterpiece, every leap in human progress has been the result of venturing into the unknown. Think of the great explorers who charted new lands, the artists who broke conventions to create new forms of expression, or the scientists who dared to question established truths. Their courage to embrace the unfamiliar led to revolutions in understanding and experience. Yet, the dance with the unknown is not always about grand discoveries or monumental shifts. It's also about the subtle, personal, and intimate revelations that shape our individual journeys. It's in the whispered insights during moments of stillness, the unexpected turns that introduce us to new friends or passions, or the unforeseen challenges that unearth strength we never knew we had. While it's natural to seek security, it's crucial to balance this with a genuine openness to life's mysteries. The universe is ever evolving, dynamic, and alive. When we dare to step into its rhythm, relinquishing our need for control, we align ourselves with its creative flow. This alignment doesn't leave us adrift. Instead, it roots us in a deeper truth, that life, in all its unpredictability, is on our side. To truly embrace the unknown is to cultivate a curious heart and a courageous spirit. It's to view every uncertainty not as a void, but as a canvas, ready to be painted with our unique colors and experiences. It's a conscious choice to trust that even when we can't see the path ahead, the journey is unfolding in our favor, guiding us toward experiences and lessons we need for our soul's evolution. Life, in its infinite complexity and dynamism, often presents us with challenges, obstacles, and barriers. These hurdles at first glance might seem like insurmountable walls, blocking our progress and dimming our hopes. We can easily find ourselves pushing hard against these challenges, exerting immense energy, and becoming increasingly frustrated when our efforts seem to lead nowhere. However, life also has an inherent fluidity to it, a quality that invites us to seek alternative paths, to flow instead of force, to find our way through the cracks of least resistance. Consider water, one of the most adaptable and resilient forces in nature. When it encounters a rock in its path, it doesn't stubbornly hammer against it, attempting to break it down. Instead, it gracefully flows around it, seeking the path of least resistance. Over time, this consistent, gentle flow can even reshape mountains, carving valleys and canyons, demonstrating that strength doesn't always manifest in forceful confrontation, but in persistent adaptability. Similarly, in our lives, when faced with obstacles, our first instinct might be to confront them head on. While determination and tenacity are admirable qualities, they need to be balanced with flexibility and openness. Sometimes, the direct route is not the most efficient or rewarding. The universe, in its wisdom, often presents challenges not to halt us, but to redirect us. These detours can introduce us to new perspectives, experiences, and opportunities that we might have missed had we remained on our original course. Furthermore, this concept of flowing, instead of forcing, also applies to our internal worlds. Our minds, brimming with desires, anxieties, and dreams, often become tangled in webs of overthinking and overthinking and overthinking and overanalyzing. We might force ourselves into decisions, relationships, or pathways that don't truly resonate with our authentic selves, believing that exerting control is the only way to manifest our desires. Yet, when we relax our grip and allow our intuition to guide us, we often find more harmonious and fulfilling outcomes. Imagine for a moment being in a dense forest. Instead of blazing through, trying to create a path by cutting down every tree in your way, you observe and find natural openings, trails already made by the inhabitants of the forest, or clearings that allow for easy passage. This approach is not only more efficient, but also more in harmony with the environment. The universe, too, has its rhythms, cycles, and pathways. When we're aligned with these, our journey becomes more fluid. Challenges are no longer seen as roadblocks, but as signposts pointing us in directions we might not have considered. By being receptive and attentive, by trusting the flow of life, we often find doors opening in places we didn't even know existed. This principle of seeking the path of least resistance isn't about inaction or passivity. It's about discerning action. It's about recognizing that our journey through life is a dance with circumstances, opportunities, and our own emotions. When we learn to move with grace, agility, and awareness, we navigate the dance floor of life with a joy and ease that brings not only progress, but also profound fulfillment. At the heart of our existence is a deep-seated desire for connection and belonging. We are intrinsically social beings, seeking relationships, communities, and shared experiences. Yet, in our pursuit of these connections, we sometimes forget that the most profound relationship we can cultivate is with ourselves. The journey inward, while often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of daily life, holds the key to unlocking our fullest potential, contentment, and understanding. Our external world is a reflection of our internal landscape. When the inner realm is turbulent with doubts, fears, and unresolved emotions, these manifest externally as conflicts, misunderstandings, and discontent. Conversely, when we nurture our inner selves, finding peace, clarity, and purpose, our external lives become more harmonious and fulfilling. Imagine, for a moment, a serene lake. When the waters are calm, the surface becomes almost mirror-like, reflecting the world around it with clarity and precision. However, if the waters are agitated, the reflections become distorted. Similarly, our perception of the world, our relationships, and our experiences are influenced by the state of our internal being. A calm, centered, and balanced inner self offers a clearer, more grounded perspective on life. The journey inward is not always easy. It requires courage, honesty, and vulnerability. It's a deep dive into our memories, aspirations, and sometimes our deepest fears and wounds. It's about confronting the shadows, understanding the source of our reactions, and aligning with our authentic selves. By doing so, we not only heal and grow, but also empower ourselves to live with greater intention and authenticity. Meditation, introspection, journaling, and other introspective practices offer pathways to this inner exploration. Through these practices, we slowly peel away the layers of conditioning, expectation, and societal norms, revealing the core of who we truly are. We begin to recognize the stories we tell ourselves, discerning between the narratives that empower us and those that limit our potential. Moreover, as we deepen this relationship with ourselves, we start to understand our intrinsic worth. The need for external validation diminishes as we recognize that our value is not determined by achievements, possessions, or the opinions of others, but by our very existence and the unique qualities we bring to the world. This newfound self-awareness also enhances our relationships with others. When we understand ourselves better, we can approach others with more empathy, patience, and open-mindedness. We see reflections of our struggles, dreams, and vulnerabilities in those around us, fostering deeper connections and more meaningful interactions. The universe, in all its vastness and complexity, also resides within us. Each of us holds a microcosm of experiences, thoughts, and emotion. By delving into this inner universe, we embark on a transformative journey, one that not only brings self-understanding, but also connects us to the greater tapestry of life. This connection, rooted in self-awareness and expanded by shared human experiences, reminds us that while our individual journeys may be unique, we are never truly alone in our quest for meaning, purpose, and connection. One of the most profound truths that we come to realize on our life's journey is the interconnectedness of all things. At a cursory glance, the world around us appears to be a vast array of separate entities, events, and experiences. Yet, upon deeper reflection and understanding, we see that everything is woven into a delicate and intricate web of relationships and influences, revealing a universe where every action, thought, and emotion send ripples through the fabric of existence. Take, for instance, the concept of the butterfly effect, a term originating from chaos theory. It posits that the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil could set off a tornado in Texas. While this may seem far-fetched on the surface, it's a metaphorical representation of how minute changes in one part of a system can dramatically influence outcomes in distant parts of the same system. This interconnectedness, though often not immediately perceptible, shapes the ebb and flow of life in countless ways. At a human level, consider the impact of a single act of kindness. A simple gesture, like a smile shared with a stranger or a helping hand extended to someone in need, can create a cascade of positive emotions and actions. The recipient of that kindness might be inspired to help someone else, who in turn might uplift another, leading to a chain reaction of goodwill that can touch countless lives. Similarly, our personal growth, healing, and transformations are not isolated events. When we embark on a journey of self-improvement or healing, the positive changes within us radiate outward, influencing our relationships, our communities, and even the broader world around us. Our individual evolution contributes to collective growth, highlighting the importance of personal responsibility in shaping the world we wish to see. Nature, in all its glory, also reflects this interconnected dance. The sun nourishes plants, which in turn provide oxygen and sustenance for animals. The rivers flow into the oceans, which produce clouds, bringing rain back to the land. These cycles, endlessly interconnected, ensure the balance and harmony of our planet. Disturbances in one part of this delicate system can have wide-ranging repercussions, reminding us of the importance of harmony, balance, and sustainability. Our beliefs, emotions, and intentions also play a significant role in this interconnected universe. What we focus on, what we nurture within our hearts, and what we project into the world often comes back to us in myriad ways. This understanding reinforces the idea that we are active participants in the unfolding of our destinies and the collective destiny of humankind. Embracing this interconnectedness is not only about recognizing the vast web of relationships, but also about cultivating a profound sense of reverence and gratitude. When we see ourselves as part of a greater whole, our actions become imbued with purpose and meaning. We begin to move through life with a heightened sense of awareness, recognizing the sacredness of every interaction and the potential for growth, learning, and transformation that each moment holds. In this vast, interconnected tapestry of existence, each thread, no matter how seemingly insignificant, adds to the beauty and richness of the whole. By honoring our place within this tapestry and nurturing our connections with love, compassion, and understanding, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to the greater good, weaving a world of harmony, abundance, and boundless potential.